Welcome to the 7 pivotal steps to becoming an effective game-changing reformer. This is a journey of transformation. And like I said before, come with a listening ear, for the words you will listen to will ignite and activate you. I also want you to come with a willing heart to act on the decisions you'll be encouraged to take at the end of every video session. Come prepared to be transformed into a reformer and to take action. For emphasis, I want to repeat that you need to walk with the 3 C's: courage, consistency, and commitment. Do not exit the process. Learn to push through and learn to push through the other side. This particular video that you're watching is going to focus on 3 attributes. First attribute, the reformer is a creative. Second, the reformer is strategist, a warrior strategist. And thirdly, the reformer is a flame of fire. The reformer carries a consuming fire mindset. In the previous videos, I started by defining the word mindset. And it's important to constantly keep these definitions on the front burner so that you are applying its meaning as you study the attributes of a game-changing reformer. What are these attributes? Do you possess them? Which ones do you need to develop? And that's why I just want to repeat for emphasis the definition of the mindset. The British Dictionary says the ideas and attitudes with which a person approaches a situation, especially when they are difficult to alter. The reformer's mindset generates thoughts and designs ideas that changes narratives. And what you're going to do over the course of this video is learn how to rewrite those stories as a creative and how you will change the narrative of destinies. So the first one, the reformer is a creative. To reform, you have to be able to create what is new. This is a design mindset. It's an imaginative mindset that is able to create the new through diverse expressive mediums. Creatives are unique. They have the ability to invent and develop new ideas. For a long time, I believed, like most people, that creatives were those who could dance, who could write, who could act, sing, or paint. But the truth is, we all carry the DNA of the creator and have the ability to create new and original ideas. We are called to be innovative. We are called to be creative in business, in government, in education, in health, in arts and media. For a long time, I actually felt that I was not a creative. It was only a few years ago that a friend of mine, after a strategy session, said to me that, "Alero, do you know you're one of the most creative people that I know?" And I replied, "No, I'm not creative, excuse me, no. But she said, "You are." And I said, "Me, creative?" And she proceeded to explain that for you to be able to design strategies that work, that can be executed, you've got to have a creative mindset. Once we know how we are creatively wired and designed, we are able to use our giftings to transform the lives of those around us. The reformer designs the new structure and then proceeds to assemble with other builders what it is they have seen. Creativity will always be on the forefront of what influences culture. We are each born to do great things, and our imagination are the seedbed for nurturing these great works. Theresa Dedman says, "Our imaginations are where we begin to see impossibilities materialize." Albert Einstein said, "Imagination is more important than knowledge. Transformation happens in our imagination." The iPod, all started with imagination. So imagination is key. Transformation happens in our imagination. Now let's look at the next attribute. The reformer is strategist, a warrior strategist. The reformer's mindset effortlessly understands the fundamentals of strategic thinking. The word strategist is a military term used in Greek to mean military general, translated as the general's art. There are certain principles of war that we have to understand as reformers who think strategically. And the first principle is to act with utmost concentration. The second principle is to act with utmost speed. So concentration and speed. A reformer who wants to have impact must not only know how to think strategically, but must also know how to think this way with a fighter's mindset. And that's why I like that word, warrior strategist. A fighter can be either a professional boxer or a trained soldier. They use their energy, they use their power to engage in a physical activity that results in one person winning the fight. A reformer's mindset brings the same energy and power to the reform arena. They fight for a cause. They fight to right wrongs. They fight to correct injustices. They fight not giving up until they see change. Reformers are warriors fighting for the new identity of their nation. They do not look like regular soldiers. Instead, they wear the identities of their assignments. So you have the innovative teacher, you have the investigative journalist, you have the reform-minded politician, the government official, the actor, the business, the one who thinks differently, who defies status quo. Each of these reformers fight in their spheres to bring order and change. To do this, their weapon of warfare is what I call the general's art, the art of strategic thinking. Knowing how to clearly answer the questions, the what, when, where, with whom, and how. These are questions that every strategist needs to understand and know how to answer. These are questions that you have to ask to solve problems. Many people, unfortunately, find it hard to answer the how question. This is often where people struggle to execute on dreams and plans. How do you do it? Answering the how question in a practical and detailed manner is a talent you can grow, and it's a talent that you can strengthen. How can you do this? There are several ways to do it, but let me just highlight a very simple process. And the first is learn to ask the right questions. Learn to look beyond the surface and to dig deeper. Secondly, engage in the art of deep reflective thinking. Many of us don't do enough thinking. Begin to engage in deep reflective thinking. And thirdly, don't always take the easy route of the path of least resistance. Learn to walk down the paths less traveled and confront issues if need be. Learning how to confront issues is a talent that you have to develop if you want to be an influencer, if you want to be a reformer. The next attribute that we're going to examine is the reformer is a flame of fire. The reformer has a consuming fire mindset. The mindset of a reformer is like a flame of fire. And this speaks of light in darkness. It speaks of passion. It speaks of a burning desire that won't leave you and then becomes a fire that consumes you. As you meet other flames of fire, that is other reformers, something begins to happen inside of you. Your thinking, your motivation, your actions begin to change. You are no longer comfortable with the status quo. You're tired of what is wrong. You're totally fed up with feeling helpless and doing nothing. The flame within you becomes a fire, consuming what is wrong and out of order. You're willing to do something. You are willing to act. Reformers reform. Reformers reorder structures that are chaotic, disorderly, and out of alignment. That's why they're a flame of fire. They consume what is wrong. The reformer brings them back into order. They see injustice and they are compelled to bring justice. They see wrongdoing and they have no rest until they bring correction. They are wired to restructure, they're wired to reorganize and to reorder. So my question to you, what is wrong that needs to be consumed? What is wrong around you that needs to be consumed? What action can you take as a flame of fire to bring correction, to bring order, and to reorganize that which is wrong? Become a flame of fire and do what flames of fires do.